Video 33 of 45 video commitment to my 40th birthday. And I just left the gym. And inside the gym, there's a bunch of lessons for us. First of all, that I know there's some people that are waiting for whatever time, whether it's a certain date, they're waiting till they have the extra 10, 20 bucks a month to join a gym. They're waiting till they have the right clothes so they look cool. Or they're waiting till they have a certain level of strength. The thing is if you don't take action by going to the gym or doing whatever exercise in life that you need to do to forward yourself, you're just going to stay where you are. At best, you'll stay there. Most likely, you're going to fall further behind. Because the thing is, the world is always evolving. And if you're not keeping pace, which would just keep you at where you're at, but if you're going slower than the evolution, you're falling behind. There really is no other two options other than you're going forward or you're growing, or you're going backwards or you're dying. So what are you doing with your life? Are you taking the steps? Even if they're baby steps, they're better than no steps. And also that your growth happens with resistance. So when I'm in the gym lifting weights, I'm not growing my muscles then. I'm actually tearing down my muscles. And it's in the process of rebuilding that my muscles grow. The strength increases. So you're going to have to go through events. You're going to have to go through maybe trainings. You're going to have to go through things in life that are going to break you down. And the more they break you down, the stronger you'll become on the other side. So the more weights I lift, the heavier the weight I lift, the more I'm ripping my muscles. The more I rip my muscles, the stronger I become, and also the bigger I become. So what are you avoid doing because you're afraid of the circumstances that you may be faced to? But the truth is that you need to face whatever it is in your life that you're afraid of. One, because once you get through it, you'll no longer fear it. And if you do, it'll be much less fear. Also, the growth that happens as you're transitioning through an event will put you far better off than you've ever been. It'll put you in a place where you have more confidence, you'll be more creative, you'll be stronger, maybe more relentless, more committed, all positive things. I believe there's a lot of truth in the saying that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Obviously, there are circumstances where, in extreme situations where something may inhibit you. But the thing is that even the worst events that you make it through, those are where most people, where we hear the stories of tragic events, whether it was an illness or an accident, or maybe someone got fired from work. And we could imagine, like Walt Disney was told he was uncreative. Oprah was told she could never be on TV. There's many circumstances that have happened in people's lives that are successful that made them defining moments. The defining moments for me was in June of 2012 when my father died. Another defining moment was when I got my first coach, which was in July. She helped me discover that my dad was one of the most generous people. And regrettably, I realized that at 34. After I couldn't tell him that. And I also realized that I wanted to carry on his generosity to the world. That's why I got involved in self-development. Because I want to give to the world. Because I see a much bigger perspective of how great we can be when we unite. Like, national tragedies have happened in this world, and when they do, people come together and they unite. But then that slowly fades away. So if you can imagine how America would be if we stayed the way we were around September or towards the end of the year 2001. For those couple of months, we were a nation that was unstoppable. If we kept that momentum, that unity, that collaboration, that synergy, all that together, imagine how different our nation would be. So that's what I want to bring to the world, is the ability to remove the significance of our differences. Like, who cares? That's just our bodies. That's not who we are. That's just our body. It's just the machine that moves matter and moves us around. Who we really are is unseen, but it kind of is seen through our bodies, because our bodies are created as a reflection of our mind. So the way someone's posture is, their communication, if they have a disease or illness, is just a result of thoughts. So when you change your thinking, you're going to change your results. You're going to change your health. You may overcome that disease or illness that medicine says is not. I've heard so many stories from different people that have cured themselves of what medical science says are incurable. And it wasn't a long time either. It was a very short amount of time. Within a week, 5-day events people go to, and they get spontaneous remissions with no evidence that it ever existed before. So what is it that's stopping you from just taking your next step, from becoming powerful and becoming ultimately successful? What I've noticed is that, and for whatever reason I didn't believe this, because I thought if I just learned a lot, that the world would just magically give me success. And I heard it many times that we need to take action. And inside that action, we create, with the help of an omnipotent power, what it is that we have in our lives. So I used to think these people had like a secret code or special genetics or whatever. Like they were just destined for greatness and I was just destined for a mediocre life. But until I started taking action and seeing what happens and the people that start showing up in my life and the results that I've been getting, I look back at who I was and I'm just, I don't know. I can't believe who I was. But that's who I needed to be to become who I am. So you need to take a step through your fears. Take a step through an area of life that you've never experienced. Because if you never go somewhere different, you'll never become someone different. If you never do anything different, you'll never be someone different. You have to start doing things that you're afraid of, that are uncomfortable, and that are unknown. Because the thing is we can't see outside of our comfort zone. Well, we can kind of see it, but it's filtered by our comfort zone. So if you're ready to make a change in life, you're ready to take a step outside of who you've been, and you're ready for success, click on the link below.